Yeah, so PortalX is an aggregator. What it's think of it like a search engine. When
Like
you
a
go to
Matcha
PortalX,
or a 1inch?
it actually uses those as part of their inside of their searches. So it's even a little better than them because it's aggregating them as well as everything else.
Wow.
1inch is a little biased, in my opinion. 1inch is a little biased. They have an aggregator, but they steer everyone towards their pools because they also run their own liquidity pools. All right. So, like, oftentimes you'll find when you're swapping on 1inch, like, why is my trade? Why are they normally recommending I go through 1inch? Right. Look, our thing will scan dozens and dozens of dexes and pools, and it will find it's a search engine, and it'll list out all the best trade routes. It'll list all of them, but it'll just put them in order for you of the best bang for your buck. And it'll put, the best trade route at the top. It'll say, oh, your trade is going to be routed starting with this token. It's going to go through 1inch and it's going to go, here. And then it's going to give you this many tokens out of the other side. Okay. And then you say, oh, that rate compared to all the rest of these pools is way better. And I have no problem with using that DEX. So you click and it's interacting directly with that DEX. You do the swap and you get your tokens. So it's like a search engine. It's an aggregator. Now it's more powerful than that though. It'll actually search across multiple blockchains. So right now there's 40 different blockchains, and it will scan through all the available bridges out there. It'll find a route of the token you have on one chain. It'll search around and find the best route so that you can have the most value on the chain you're trying to get to. So there you're on Ethereum as your starting chain, and you can just click some random token there as your starting token.
Cool.
Yep, click some random
Where's
pick a
X?
token.
There we go.
Sure. And then go down to here. This is cool. You want to click at the plus 31 at the bottom. Let's just pretend you wanted to go to Bitcoin. You can actually, click
Wow.
Bitcoin. All
That's
right.
cool.
It's going to ask for your Bitcoin address. You're going to paste that there. It's going to tell you the rate. All right. So that's not a real address or whatever, right? Now type in a quantity of hex. So, type something in there. All right. It's searching, and it tells you for that many hex, it's going to give you 0.013177 Bitcoin. And you
Dude,
would
that's
paste your
cool.
address, and it says it's going to route this through Change Now for you. And you click, swap, and next thing you know, you got some Bitcoin in your Bitcoin wallet. Now you can go.
I would never do this trade, but that is very cool to exist.
Right.
I would never trade
You
my
can
hex
go
for
the other
Bitcoin.
direction too, right?
There you go.
And you can go across to privacy chains. You can go across to other EVM chains, and it will always list out the trade route that it's going to take you through, and to give you the best deal. Now we're going to connect this into PulseChain when PulseChain goes live. And
I found the correct number of digits for the valid address now. It's the null address, right?
All right. So you're gonna send some Bitcoin to the burn address or to the null address.
I'm going to trade Bitcoin and then burn.
Oh, into hex, and then send that to the null address.
Yeah. Transaction details, nice. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, could you talk about this too? So protocol fee, why is it 0%? Is it always that way, or is it
no?
different?
So check it out. It's finding you the best trade route. You're saving a little bit of money by doing that, because you don't have to search across 40 chains, dozens and dozens of dexes, do dozens of swaps and different gas fees to try and get the best rate. This is all finding all that for you and saving you a little money on the front end. So in exchange for that, there's a small protocol fee, which is 0% right at the moment. Now, we will turn this on soon. Soon. I don't know what that looks like. 2 weeks, a month. I have no idea. But those fees will flow. A large percentage of those flow to the stakers of Watt token, which is on PulseChain. So if you think about this, what's happening is we've built an aggregator that's available across 40 different blockchains, all the different DEXs, finds people the best routes for their trade. Anybody can use it. You don't even have to be a hexagon. And to use this service, you're feeding and flowing money into PulseChain. Where does that money end up going? Probably into the things we like on PulseChain, such as Hex and PulseX and Pulse and so on and so forth. Whatever the stakers of Watt enjoy putting their coins into. So it's a cool service. It brings value to the chain. It also makes it very easy for people to come into PulseChain with just a couple clicks of a button. And beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's frankly, it's awesome, and I'm biased. But if I wasn't biased, I'd still say it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've actually went through the options, and this is cool. So different routes. Is there no AML, no KYC to use this?
0 KYC. Okay. Oh, there is some more. Oh, wait, there's more. Limit orders. You can set limit orders on here.
All right, let's see. And you can do it cross. Oh, you can only same.
You cannot do limit orders across chain. You can only do limit orders if you.
I'm only using this if I can do cross chain limit orders, Jesse. So go back to the drawing board and figure it out, okay? Just kidding. Let me get on Ethereum. Scroll down, just type it in. X to what do we want? Let's just do Hedron. And then just typing some numbers around. Hold on. So we're doing a limit order for.
Yes. Click the button set to market real quick. That'll tell you what the current right now rate is. And you just say to yourself, oh, well, I want a better rate than that. So let me adjust the number to what I actually want. Okay. You select how long you want it to go for. Like, do you want it to expire same day or whenever?
1 minute.
You can customize it. If this limit order doesn't fill in 1 minute, I'm out.
I have high expectations of this. You set the bar very high of the network as well as yeah.
So then you would set that limit order. There's no fee. You simply sign a message to set the limit order. The buyer pays the fee. Like the guy on the other end of that swap that you're looking for, he's the one that pays the gas. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
So you set limit orders. Now, if you want to cancel a limit order, you do have to pay a gas fee to cancel. But to create a limit order, there's 0 gas fee. Isn't that wild? Wow. You can't get partially filled, by the way. So if you wanted to swap out of 5,555 hex, but there's a buyer out there at your price and he only wants 1,000 hex, you can get partially filled. Or if you spend most of the hex out of your wallet and there's only 10 hex left in your wallet, but you have a limit order for 5,000 to sell 5,555 hex, if your specific price target gets hit, it'll just partially fill. It'll just take those 10 hex and swap them to Hedron because that's all you have left.
Gotcha. I wanted to ask too. So, limit order versus LP. Can you do LP on this? Are there pools on this one?
Nope, you cannot LP in here.
Okay. So is that the difference? Maybe that's a good question to frame too. Is what is the difference between using this versus Uniswap versus Matcha? Like, what does this have that others don't, and what does this not have the others do have?
So this is okay. This is using you're actually interacting directly with some of that stuff. So, for example, the limit order contracts. These are the limit orders that you're looking at now. Those are 1-inch limit orders. All right. The front end is pointing to the back end to their code. Okay. So, like, there's kind of a synergy there. As far as is it better than Matcha? Well, we aggregate through a lot of things. We search through a lot of different dexes, and I have compared Matcha to what we're doing, and yes, rates are very similar. Where does your fee go in Matcha? Who knows where the fee goes in Matcha? Where does the fee go when using this? PulseChain. And it's cooler. And it's built by community members. So it has more functions, more features. It's got the revoke thing. It's got the limit orders built in. It's easier and crisper and cleaner than Matcha. And it aggregates way more than they do. And it goes cross-chain. So that's the difference between us and Matcha.
So you could use this for everything except doing LP. Is that correct?
You can use this for everything except LP. Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. And when you said the fee goes to PulseChain, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So when you see that protocol fees start kicking off, imagine PulseChain being live, and all those fees get routed straight into PulseChain to the Watt stakers. Those fees getting cross-chain swapped through into PulseChain and land as PLS, for example, in the Watt stakers' wallets in their staking positions. They're growing PLS, buying PLS. It's a continuous buy pressure of Pulse. What happens when things constantly get bought? Like when Pulse is constantly bought? Am I going the right direction on camera? Right.
Yeah, I think we get the gist either way. Yeah. Okay. But okay, so the fees from this go into buying PLS, is it just like a market buy for PLS that rewards Watt holders? Is that correct?
Yeah, Watt stakers are the recipients.
Stakers.
Watt stakers are the recipients of the fees.
Which are the fees?
And Watt stakers exist on PulseChain. Which means what? Well, the fees are actually collected in a variety of things. So if somebody is doing swaps from AVAX to Binance Smart Chain, okay, there's actually going to be some, AVAX token, for example, that might be collected as a fee. And what happens to that? It gets routed through, brought into PulseChain, swapped into Pulse, distributed to the Watt stakers. So many things are happening. You're bridging value into the chain. You're thickening that liquidity, but you're also distributing and buying Pulse up and distributing it to hexagons, and they can do whatever they want with it, right? So
very cool.
It's awesome. This is, in my opinion, again, I'm biased, the number one tool for driving adoption and growth in PulseChain.
I'm definitely impressed. Wow, I certainly hope so. And that's PortalX, everyone.